What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, MLB DFS video. It is Thursday edition. It is June 12th. This is your first look at the 8-game slate. So we got 4 early, 4 late, whatever we want to call it. We've got 8 games. We're going to cover all of them. If you've never been here before, hopefully you're in for a treat. We're going to go game by game. We're going to look at the batters, the pitchers, historical matchups. We're going to look at batter splits. We're going to look at everything. So stick around. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button if you find anything we talk about at all helpful and useful. And if you do, clicking on the ads helps. Watching the entirety of these videos help. That helps. The watch time helps out way more than you guys understand. That's how we're able to be found on the front page. So let me know where you guys found our videos. But that being said, we're going to do all that. We've already done 10,000 simulations in the background, and we are giving you your first look. So after we go through everything, we're going to give you all of our batters. I have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating through 10,000 sims. We're then going to do our pitches be crazy segment. Then we're going to follow that up with our Makin bacon bet. So stick around, be on the lookout, and hopefully win some. Now, if you're not winning in DFS, but you need a little bit of help, we do have giveaways every single day. Here's how to win. You got to like the video, you got to be a subscriber to the channel, and you got to leave a comment. You do all 3 of those, and this video gets at least 50 likes, you will have a shot at a free week of FTA+. Now, that is a week of all sport. So depending on when you watch this video, you will have a chance to come into the PGA Open with PGA for Thursdays. We also have MMA on Saturday, we have NASCAR on Sunday, and we have MLB currently. If this video gets at least 100 likes, you will have a shot at a free month of FTA+, 150 likes, a free year, 200 or more likes on this video, a chance at a lifetime pass. And here's what I'm going to do. If we get to 200 likes on this video, all you got to do is hit that like button. We'll have enough views. I know we will. All we need is 200 likes. I will give away 3 lifetime passes. 3. You know what? No, I'll give away 5. 5 lifetime passes. So let's get 200 likes on the video. Let's have a great time. Good luck. And let's see who the winners of yesterday's video is, because we got a minimum of 50 likes on that video. So this first giveaway right here is going to be for the likes. The second way will be, we have a keyword somewhere in the video. You got to listen for it, type it in for a second chance to win. So the winner of just the views is NY Stiegel. Congratulations. Camel delivering MLB bacon on this US Open Eve hump day. So the keyword was either a combination of camel or hump day, because it is hump day. Well, yesterday was hump day for Wednesday. So NY Stiegel, you know the drill. Please email me with the username that you have on the site. Also, the subject line of the email, please say you are the 610 video views winner. Now, we're going to re-roll it for the keyword. Even it could be NY Stiegel yet again. But there we go. Makin Kennedy. I think this might be the first time you've ever won. Maybe. So congratulations if that's so. You had the keyword and you even had the emoji with it. So all I need you to do is email me. The email is in the description, but you can find it at easy, dfshelp1@gmail.com. Email me that you are the 610 video view or video keyword winner, and let me know if you have a username on our website. If you do not, I just need a username, an email, and a password, and we will get you set up for your free week. So that being said, congratulations. Good luck to everyone on this video. I know we can get it. So like I said, this article right here, you can check it out. It is linked in the description. It will go through what we have here. It'll have the video in it. It'll have the top 3 BVP plays of the day. It'll also have our 3 of our favorite stacks for the day as well. But you can find everything on the MLB tab under like the prop bets or the cheat sheet, stuff like that. So we have a ton of information there for you. But without further ado, let's jump into it. So we're going to use Baseball Savant a little bit. People like to go back and forth, and I understand that. So we're going to kind of look at it so you guys can see, in theory, the first 4 games of the day. So we got the Washington Nationals at the New York Mets. We've got Michael Soroka versus Senga. So Kodai Senga has been everything that we've wanted. There is an earlier, this is a pitcher's ballpark. He's absolutely been on, Senga's been absolutely on fire this year. Soroka's shown some good stuff though too. So don't put anything against Soroka here. Senga has already faced the Nats 1 time this year. Gave up 3 runs, 7 strikeouts. Did walk a little bit here. Does come in with a 1.59 ERA though, so very good numbers here. Soroka has not faced the Mets this year in his career. 50 plate appearances, 349 batting average. Has not been ideal. So this is where you can like drill down a little bit and kind of see. So if you go to Baseball Savant, you can click in here. But we are here for you because that's what we're going to do. Not a ton of information and stuff. But if we look at this, Soroka, like players against him, Pete Alonso, batting 333 and 12 at-bats with a home run. You got Starlin Marte, 2 for 3 with a home run. You got Juan Soto, 6 for 10 with 2 home runs against Soroka. So the numbers are kind of skewed, showing at 349. I get that. But against righties this year, the Mets done pretty well. Francisco Alvarez batting 282 with 2 bombs. Pete Alonso batting over 300, 316 right now with 14 bombs. Lindor batting 285 with 10 bombs. Ronnie Mauricio batting 357 with a home run. Tyrone Taylor batting 243. He could be a cheap option. This being a day game after a night game, you could definitely see maybe some of the regulars sitting or resting today for either team. But that's kind of what I'd look at. I would probably focus on more of a Met stack and Kodai Senga. But if you want to go with Soroka, that's fine. The Washington Nationals bats that have had success against Senga in the past, Josh Bell batting 250 with a home run there. Not much going on, 2 for 8. Against righties, though, this year, C.J. Abrams batting 284 with 7 home runs. Josh Bell batting 208 with 9 home runs. Luis Garcia batting 283 with 5 bombs. Nate Lowe, we love to take Nate Lowe against righties, batting 243 with 8 home runs there. And then you got James Wood batting 279 with 11 home runs. All of that together, I really like what we see there. But if I'm going to go, guys, I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm not always right. We're just here to open your eyes, make you better DFS players. If you need a little bit more help, you can always sign up for FTA Plus. It's $10 a week. It's $30 for a month. It's normally $199 for the year. But we're going to have, we still have the special going on. So if you are interested, get $100 off. It's first come, first serve. We have 5 spots left. That is it. So 5 spots left. Email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. Say you want the yearly special, and you'll get for $99, $100 off right now. So what I'm going to be doing most likely will be Senga in the Mets stack. But since there's only 8 games, 4 early, 4 late, I'm probably going to have stacks on both sides because I think a lot of people will be on Senga. But let's say he has a bad game. You want to get on those Nationals bats. And if they have a great game, then boom, you're probably over the field. You're probably looking to have a little bit of fun on that slate. Rangers at the Twins is next. You got Patrick Corbin versus Bailey Ober. Corbin he's come around. 64 plate appearances in his career against the Twins, 214 batting average, striking out 37.5% of those batters. And then you got Bailey Ober, 55 plate appearances, a 286, striking out only 18.2 percent of those batters for the Rangers. Now we know the Rangers offense has been pretty bleak. The Twins offense started, and now they're doing pretty well. Ober has not faced the Texas Rangers this year, and Patrick Corbin has not faced the Minnesota Twins this year. Texas bats against Ober in their career. Marcus Semien batting 538, 13 at-bats with 2 bombs. Corey Seager batting 250 with 1 home run, so 1 for 4 with a home run there. Jonah Heim has a home run, but only batting 143. But then you drill down and look at how these Rangers do against right-handed pitching. You got Josh Young batting 260 with 4 home runs. You got Corey Seager batting 284 with 3 home runs. Marcus Semien batting 207 with 6 home runs, lower batting average, but he has seen Ober well in the short amount of time he's seen him. Josh Smith batting 282 with 5 home runs. Adolis Garcia batting 238 with 7 bombs. Got Wyatt Langford, who's a stolen base machine too, but home runs as well, 233 batting average. Hits righties better and has 8 home runs against the right-handed pitching this year. Now we go on the flip side of that. Minnesota bats against Patrick Corbin. Byron Buxton, 2 for 3, both hits, or 2 for 6, both hits are home runs. Harrison Bader has a home run against him, and Ty France has a home run against him. Now, Corbin I believe he had a complete game last time, but still got the loss. He's looked very good, looked very reminiscent of who he was in Arizona, not who he was in Washington for whatever reason. It's kind of like when we saw Sonny Gray was really good in Oakland. He went to the Yankees. He was trash. He then went off to Minnesota and St. Louis and just reinvented himself. Cincinnati first, and just was the pitcher he was in Oakland. Maybe it's just the culture in Washington. Maybe it's the pitching coach. Maybe it's the mechanics. Who knows? But he's looked good. Now, I am a little bit weary because the Twins are good. Twins bats against lefties this year. Willie Castro batting 295 with 2 home runs. Carlos Correa batting 297 with 4 bombs. You got Royce Lewis, 227 batting average. No home runs there. Buxton batting 323 with 2 home runs. Matt Wallner batting 300, 3 for 10 with a home run there. So Trevor Larnach's another one that I could definitely look at. I could see you having both of these pitchers for tournaments, but I could also see stacking. I think the Twins make a little bit more sense as a stack, but I think it's very, very close. I'll probably have exposure to both sides there. Next game is the Giants at the Colorado Rockies. It's in Coors. We know that. We know that Colorado's a bad team. Hayden Birdsong, 20 plate appearances, not giving up a hit to them, 40 strikeouts, 40% of strikeouts. Antonio Sensatella, 45 plate appearances, 282, 4.4 K percentage there. So very low. Sensatella has faced the Giants this year, gave up 7 runs, 7 strikeouts, 1.8 whip. So, and that was in San Francisco. Now this is in Coors where the ball flies out of there. Give me all of the San Francisco Giants. Willie Adames has a home run against him. That is it. But then against righties this year, you got Wilmer Flores batting 264, Willie Adames batting 218, Patrick Bailey batting 200. I don't know if I'd use him. You could look at Elliot Ramos batting 296 against righties this year with 9 home runs. Mike Yastrzemski batting 255 with 4 home runs. Jung-Ho Lee batting 262, which is above average, but he does hit lefties better. He also has 3 home runs there. Now, Birdsong coming in. He did face this same team, same game pretty much, 4 strikeouts. So the strikeouts were low. Didn't give up any earned runs, but only pitched 2 innings for whatever reason. I'd still go Birdsong here. Anything could happen. It is Coors, but I'd rather have Birdsong, and then I'd rather have the Giants bats over having Sensatella or the Rockies here. Then you got the Tigers at the Orioles, Tariq Skubal versus Dean Kramer. I'm going Skubal. He's the picture of the video in the article. I love him. I want to see him dominate here. We've used him every 5 days, basically, and it's worked out quite well for us. And when you look at that, he comes in with a 2.16 ERA. He's already faced Baltimore once this year. 16 strikeouts. Okay? Dominant performance. Didn't walk very many. 16 Ks, 1-0 record, went 6 innings in that game. I fully expect it to be something like that as well. And then Dean Kramer has faced the Tigers this year, 7 runs, 4 strikeouts, nothing going on. So I'm stacking Detroit, and I'm looking at Skubal here. So if I'm looking in that instance, the ones I'm looking at are, and depending who's in there, but Gleyber Torres I would definitely look at versus Dean Kramer. Gleyber Torres, just when he was with the Yankees, he absolutely mashes in this ballpark. I think he has like 19 or 20 home runs in this ballpark. Again, that was with the Yankees. I get it, but this Detroit team, unfortunately, they're very, very good if you're a Detroit Tigers fan, I guess. But I would be looking at stacking. So I would look at Gleyber Torres. I would look at Wensiel Perez. I would look at Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter, Torkelson. Like, Detroit makes sense as a 2+ stack tonight. And again, if you're new to the channel, when you can only have 5 offensive players on DraftKings, 4 on Fanduel, I'm looking at that. And I'm seeing that you got to have more than one of these stacks here. So there's a Colt Keith that I'd look at. Javi Baez I'd look at. Dingler I would look at. Parker Meadows. Like, there's certain ones. I just think there's pretty much this lineup. I want to stack this lineup against people, and I want to take advantage of that. And I kind of think that's what we're going to look at here. So in my mind, again, I guess the Orioles could hit Skubal. You want to throw in an Orioles stack just in case, but I'm going Skubal, and I'm going Detroit Tigers 100%. So then we finally get to the main slate, I guess we can call it. Yankees, Royals, we do have some weather concern here. Yankees, obviously on the road. Will Warren, Seth Lugo. Will Warren has shown some flashes of great stuff. He's also kind of struggled this year. Has not faced Kansas City this year. When he pitches on the road, he does have a worse ERA, 6.54. But seeing this ballpark, there are just different ways to go about it. And we look at this, and he's averaging 10.2 on the road, 19.3 at home. Again, he did have a big, bad game against the Dodgers, which kind of hurt him. Middle of the road against Boston. He had 6 Ks, but he was walking people there. Went 5.1 innings. They ended up winning that game 9-6, but he did give up some runs. Kansas City's offensively, they're not hitting as well in this ballpark as a pitcher's ballpark. I'd throw him in tournaments, but I don't know if I trust him in cash. 4 games and the weather being a concern kind of scares me a little bit. Then you got Seth Lugo coming in. 107 plate appearances against the Yankees, a 245 batting average there. He's obviously not pitching as well as he did in 2024. He's got a 3.46 ERA. Splits-wise, he already faced the Yankees once this year. 6.2 innings, got the loss, 4 earned runs. All of those runs were home runs. Yes, that was in New York. This is Kansas City. But if the rain holds off and the wind is blowing, I'm definitely not looking at Lugo here. I'll have a little bit of exposure to Warren just because of how bad offensively Kansas City has been going this year. Just completely different than what we were used to last year. Yankees bats that I would go with, like Austin Wells has a home run against him. Jazz Chisholm has a home run against Lugo. Paul Goldschmidt batting .538 and 13 at bats with 2 bombs. You got Ben Rice with a home run and Trent Grisham with a home run as well. But then you dig down. We look against righties this year. Looking at this, DJ LeMahieu, he's like, I don't know what's going on. He's been looking good. He's been looking decent, and that's kind of where we're at. A cheaper option. Obviously, you're going to go with your Paul Goldschmidt. You're going to go with your Aaron Judge. You're going to go with your Dominguez, your Grisham, your Volpe, your Bellinger. Like, the Yankees seem like a 2+ stack here as long as the weather holds off. If you think Kansas City is going to have a good game, just the ones that deal well with against rain and pitching. Freddie Fermin batting .271. He should start. Jack Caglione batting .313 against only 16 at bats. Michael Garcia batting .317 with 5 bombs. You got Vinny Pasquantino batting .300 with 9 bombs. You got Bobby Witt Jr. batting .284 with 8 home runs against righties. Kyle Isbell's batting .293 with 3 home runs, and Drew Waters batting .295 with a home run. You never know. Will Warren's got great stuff. Whether or not we're going to see that, or we're going to see what he did against the Dodgers, we will definitely see. But in my mind, if the weather holds off, I'm looking at the Yankees and Will Warren as a stack there. St. Louis at Milwaukee is the next game. We've got Sonny Gray versus Jacob Misiorowski. So Misiorowski has not pitched before. Expected to call him up, make his major league debut. Some of the best raw stuff in the minors with a fastball that regularly clocks in over 100. Whether or not that translates here, if he's on a pitch count, that's what we don't know. Control has mostly been better this season, however, with the righty walking 2 or fewer in 7 of his last 10 outings. Overall, Misiorowski has a 2.13 ERA. So he's been pretty damn good. So you could see him being up here. Maybe this would be one where we pull him up against St. Louis. You never know what St. Louis is going to do, what we're going to get out of him or out of them, whether or not it's DFS-wise or sports betting. You never know. Then you got Sonny Gray going up against Milwaukee. In his career, 117 plate appearances, a 250 batting average. Obviously, he's with the Cardinals. He was with Cincinnati, so the division, they see him. He's seen the batters enough here. Splits-wise, he's already faced him once this year. 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, only averaged 9.5. That is not ideal considering he's 9,200. On DraftKings, usually we need about a total of 50 fantasy points between your 2 pitchers, so an average of 25 apiece. On FanDuel, you need about 45 to 50 to feel comfortable. Now, he had a great game at Texas, a pretty decent game against the Dodgers. 6.1 innings, 5 Ks, no earned runs, which is wild. A great game against Detroit. So he's shown flashes of great stuff against teams that are better than Milwaukee. So I'll have some exposure to him. If we look at that, like Milwaukee bats against him, Jake Bauers has a home run, but only batting 182. Reese Hoskins has a home run, batting 278. You've got Bryce Terang batting 364. Jackson Chourio batting 375. Christian Yelich batting 250. They've been decent, but a little bit scared to use that there. I don't know if I want to pay $9,200 for Sonny Gray. That's the only thing that scares me a little bit. He has great stuff. He's dominated them in the past. It scares me a little bit. The price, if we can find value, I don't mind it. I will have exposure to both pitchers because Misiorowski, it's wild that Misiorowski comes in at 8K, considering like there's other pitchers out there that have pitched before. But I'll have a little bit of exposure to that. Now, if you don't think Misiorowski's going to do well, you could look at some sort of St. Louis stack of maybe like Arenado, Donovan, Contreras, Gorman, Burleson, whoever the pitcher or the catcher is for the day. Ivan Herrera makes sense. Poizo or however you say his last name. I believe he had a hit home run on Wednesday too. So I will have exposure. Obviously, Gray is more of your cash option. Misiorowski is more of your tournament option. Pittsburgh at Chicago is the next start here. Now, I did read a stat. So I watched Digging Deep, the Moustakis and Eric Hosmer podcast on YouTube, and Tyon was on there. I think the one that came out last week. Great stuff. If you haven't listened to it, definitely listen to it. Obviously, he beat cancer, what he goes through, how he likes Chicago and stuff like that. I didn't realize Tyon's given up the most home runs this year. So he's given up 16 home runs this year. Now, he does have a plus matchup. It is against his former team. So if you dig into the numbers there, 100 plate appearances against his former team, 247 batting average, 21K percentage. Usually I'm like, yeah, well, if the pitcher pitched for them for X amount of years, their department kind of will know what he wants to pitch and everything. But no one on this team, I believe, was on the team when he was there. Probably the front office is gone. Probably analytics is gone. It's probably all new people. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And the Pittsburgh Pirates, they're not historically bad, but they are bad. Let's put it that way. Andrew Heaney, on the other hand, did leave his last start with, I believe, a calf cramp. 67 plate appearances, 218 batting average. I'll have exposure to him for tournaments, but I think I'd rather have exposure to the bats in this one. So if we look at Cubs bats against Heaney, like Carson Kelly has a home run. Justin Turner has 2 home runs. Pete Crow Armstrong has a home run. Kyle Tucker has a home run. Kyle Tucker does hit lefties better. So if I'm looking at bats here, like Reese McGuire could be a catcher option. Batting 286 against lefties this year. Nico Horner batting 345. You got Matt Shaw batting 263. Justin Turner batting 255. Ian Happ batting 301. Now, Pete Crow Armstrong only batting 178. I still like him. Suzuki batting 328 with 7 bombs. Kyle Tucker is hitting 308 against lefties this year. That's another one that I would definitely take a look at as well. On the flip side of that, if you think Taillon's going to struggle because he gives up home runs, Brian Reynolds the only one on the team that has a home run. Against them, though, if you were to look at just, you want to go against the grain and go with Pirates as a stack here, they actually hit righties kind of okay. Henry Davis batting 226 with 2 bombs. Adam Frazier batting 282 with 3 home runs. Nick Gonzalez, I don't know if he gets in there, but he's got 313 batting average with a home run. Brian Hayes only batting 236, but hits righties better with a home run. And Spencer Horwitz batting 224 with a home run as well. You go down, you see O'Neal Cruz batting 265, which is 15 points above league average, 11 home runs against righties. Andrew McCutchen, 246 batting average, 5 home runs. Brian Reynolds, 235 batting average, 3 home runs as well. So looking at all of this, I don't mind looking at this and maybe going the Cubs as a stack, but you want to get sneaky, maybe the Pirates. And I'm saying you got to get real sneaky there. And then the final game, you got the White Sox at the Astros. You've got Framber Valdez versus Davis Martin. Valdez, 75 plate appearances, 319 batting average, and then you got Davis Martin, 24 plate appearances, 391. I would go Framber a little bit here. Again, though, you're paying 98, almost 10,000 for him. He's only averaging 21.1. Coming off a fantastic game against Pittsburgh. He did face the White Sox once this year. 5 innings, 4 earned runs, 6 Ks, only got 9.9. Scares me a little bit because they've seen him this year and they did pretty decent against him. Is kind of the thing that scares me. But then if we look a little bit, Davis Martin, on the other hand, splits wise, 1 game, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks, got 10.5, but had 5.4 ERA. I'm probably off of them. I'm probably looking at the bats for Houston at least. The only one with a home run is Jake Myers. Against right-handed pitching, Isaac Paredes at home, love him, 258 batting average, double-digit home runs. Christian Walker, 223 batting average, 8 home runs. You got Jose Altuve batting 264 with 7 home runs. Those are the ones I'm looking. Jeremy Pena is another one. He does better against lefties, but he's still batting 312 against righties with 7 bombs as well. Yonder Diaz is another one. It's either him or Victor Caratini. I like both of them. Hopefully it's a little bit more of a Diaz, but we are here to look at that. Now, if we're looking at White Sox bats against Valdez, Luis Robert does have a home run. That's it. Against lefties, they're actually pretty okay. Got Cuero, Edgar Cuero, 357 batting average against lefties. He's probably your starting catcher today. Tim Elko would be a cheap, pretty much this entire lineup would be cheap options. Chase Meadroff batting 326 with a home run. Luis Robert batting 267 with 2 bombs. Austin Slater batting 250 with 2 bombs. Mike Tauchman batting 300 with a home run. Makes sense as well. So it might be crazy. I might be wrong, but I might be fading Valdez here. I think a White Sox stack might be sneaky. And there you have it. That is the breakdown of the 2 slates, early and main, or main and late. Not really sure how they're labeled yet, but we've broken it down there. Now we're going to give you all of the batters that have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating through 10,000 sims. So what I usually do is about an hour before first pitch, we've updated to 20,000 sims. So these can and most likely will have changed before we get there. The keyword of the day is hydration. This is just pure vodka. It's not, it's water. I can't drink pure vodka. I'm not in college anymore. You know what? Actually, what's the worst vodka you guys have ever drank? I'm guessing you're a poor college person who couldn't afford, I don't know if you consider Grey Goose. I think Grey Goose was considered classy when I was in college. Or upper Belvedere. Is Belvedere vodka? Let me know your worst. Mine is Hawkeye vodka. Look it up if you don't know what it is. Okay, so looking at the batters, all of these have 10 out of 10 matchup rating through 10,000 sims. It shouldn't come as a surprise. San Francisco's the number one. The record is 38. We're not hitting that today, I promise you. Number 1 is Aaron Judge if the weather holds off. Number 2 is Elliot Ramos. 3 is Jung-Ho Lee. 4 is Wilmer Flores. 5 is Willie Adames. 6 is Dominic Smith. 7 is Casey Schmidt. 8 is Paul Goldschmidt. 9, Byron Buxton. 10, Cody Bellinger. 11, Kyle Tucker. 12, James Wood. 13, Tyler Fitzgerald. 14, Isak Paredes. 15, Seiya Suzuki. 16, Jason Dominguez. 17, Luis Garcia. 18, Ian Happ. 19, Dansby Swanson. 20, Carson Kelly. 21, Josh Bell. 22, Nico Horner. And 23 is Justin Turner. So as you can see, the top 2 stacks through 10,000 sims, San Francisco Giants, Chicago Cubs. It will change throughout the day once we get news and notes out, injury notes, weather. We'll put all that together. It will update a little bit. So looking at pitches be crazy. These are the top 5, the bottom 5 teams that strike out the most out of active teams that are on this slate that we can play. So the number 1 pitcher according to pitches be crazy, Hayden Birdsong at Colorado. Colorado strikes out 9.61 times per game, 9.44 at home. Number 2 is Dean Kramer versus Detroit. Detroit strikes out 8.88 times per game, 9.03 on the road. Number 3 is Skubal at Baltimore. Baltimore strikes out 8.82 times per game, 8.77 at home. Seth Lugo versus the Yankees. The Yankees strike out 8.82 times per game, 9.81 on the road. And finally, Jameson Taillon versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh strikes out 8.75 times per game, 8.51 on at home. So looking at this, number 1, Hayden Birdsong. Number 2, Dean Kramer, which I don't trust him because it's still Detroit. Number 3 is Skubal. Number 4 is Lugo. And number 5 is Taillon. So there you have it. Those are your top 5 according to pitches be crazy. Not the only ones we're looking at. Obviously, I love Skubal a little bit more, but you know, we'll take what we can get. So these are the batters that we think could get 2+ bases for you today. We call this Makin Bacon bets. Number 1 is Aaron Judge. Number 2 is Elliot Ramos. Number 3 is Willie Adames. 4 is Jung-Ho Lee. 5 is Paul Goldschmidt. 6 is Bobby Witt Jr. 7 is Gleyber Torres. 8 is Isak Paredes. And 9 is Jeremy Pena versus Davis Martin. So we do have those there. Again, you can parlay some of them together. I wouldn't parlay all of them together. Let's not get crazy. And then we look at strikeouts. So these are the pitchers and the strikeouts we think they could get. So we look at this. Number 1, Skubal. If you can find Skubal line for about 8+ strikeouts, 7 or 8, I do like that. Number 2 is Kodai Senga versus Washington Nationals. If you can find a line for 6+, I'd look at that. Hayden Birdsong, if you can find 5+, I would look at that. Again, though, it is Coors, so be cautious anytime you're in Coors. Number 4, I've got Will Warren versus the Royals. If you can find a line for 4+ or 5+ strikeouts, I would look at that. And then Patrick Corbin versus the Twins. If you can find a line for 3+ or 4+ strikeouts, I would look at those as well. So there you have it. That is your Thursday 8-game little smaller slate. We will be back Friday. We'll get you going on Friday. We'll have a video for Saturday. We'll have a video for Sunday. You guys know the drill. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, hit the like button. A little bit different than what you're probably used to on YouTube, but we're trying to help you out. If you want a completely free Discord, it's in the description of this video along with everything else. Again, I've been thinking about putting affiliate links for you guys to buy stuff like off Amazon. If you guys would want to support the channel that way, completely free. It's stuff you're already buying, just using a link from me. Let me know that down below. Or you can email me, or you can hit me up in Discord. So have a fantastic Thursday if you're playing DFS or sports betting. Good luck, and as always, bring home some bacon. Peace!